One of the movies getting big award season buzz, a complete unknown. It already has Golden Globe nominations, including one for Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan. Deborah Roberts talked to him and his co-star, Elle Fanning.
Michael, you took the words out of my mouth because the buzz, and this film really is pretty great. It is getting all this attention, and it hasn't even opened yet, of course. Timothée Chalamet getting high praise for his portrayal of Bob Dylan, even from the legendary singer himself. He and co-star Elle Fanning, who are just so nice, say the film was nothing short of life-changing for them. How much did you really know about Bob Dylan?
I knew little about Bob Dylan. I was a friend of my father's growing up who had a striking black and white portrait on the wall of his home of Bob Dylan, sort of a cryptic, mystic gaze, and I didn't know who this man was. And as I got into the press conferences, into the music of the film, of this character, I fell in love with him. His music is the music of life.
Oh, where have you been, my darling young one? I stumbled on the side of 12 misty mountains.
It's a role of a lifetime for Oscar nominee Timothée Chalamet, who channels a young Bob Dylan from up-and-coming folk musician to global rock superstar.
You can be beautiful or you can be ugly, but you can't be plain.
Is it intimidating at all to step into the shoes of somebody who's so legendary and who's still alive?
Yeah, massively intimidating. People, when they respect and love an icon of culture like Bob Dylan, like Willy Wonka, they get extremely protective because they don't want to see a young, ignorant mess it up. But I can tell you on this, we had a tremendous cast. Elle Fanning is beautiful in this movie. She's heartbreaking.
You came here with nothing but a guitar. You never talk about your family, your past.
You've got the civil rights movement, you've got activism, you've got poetry. I mean, this was a real moment in time for you to portray these characters.
That was such a crucial time period. And for me as an actor, it was just a nice reminder of, I don't know, very inspiring to know to go with your instincts and follow your heart, and you can trust yourself.
Elle Fanning playing the passionate activist who inspired Dylan's social conscience and stole his heart. The two stars joining me on the small Greenwich Village stage at Cafe Wa, where Dylan once mesmerized audiences.
That's where we started in 1961, coming to Greenwich Village, to this place right here, to the Cafe Wa, where a lot of folk musicians at the time were trying to get their careers going.
Let's see, no one wants to hear what a kid wrote last month.
Well, I like your songs.
Was there a certain amount of pressure in how to get her right, and how did you dig to find her?
I think the challenge for me was that I'm playing someone that isn't as well known. She's really there out of a pure love for Bob, and she was a real activist of the time and very politically involved, and it wasn't until Bob met Suze in life that he kind of became more politically involved, and I just wanted to show her strength.
And the seas will split and the ship will hit, and the sands on the shoreline will be shaking.
Chalamet himself playing guitar and performing 40 songs throughout the film.
All the instruments is live, the harmonica's live, the singing's live. That was a bit of a war in the beginning of the movie. You know, the music production team, that was frightening to them because they thought I would maybe play off tempo, but the director had my back.
The first time that I saw Timothée perform as Bob and fully kind of embodying him, I was moved to tears. I wasn't even acting, like the camera wasn't on my face, but like watching him perform these songs.
Bob Dylan actually posted calling you a brilliant actor.
Yeah, one of the most affirming moments of my life, truly. He's a man of few words, so any of those words spent saying, hey, good job, young man, man, I'll take that with me forever.
Have you had a chance to meet Dylan?
Never met Bob.
Would
Nope.
you want to now, having played him?
You know, I go back and forth on it. I revere the man. His work and his public profiles have influenced my life for 5 years now, and yet he's given us everything he needs to give us, and me, not as for the opportunity to play him, just his music and his art.
Hardest part about making this film?
I don't know. The hardest part was stopping, was letting it go. I've never pushed myself so much as an actor as far as stretching to this man's voice, the way he carried himself. So letting it go felt like, you know, leaving a part of me behind. This was one of my favorite roles I've ever done.
And it was a breathtaking performance. Chalamet trained for years for this role, working with a guitar teacher, a harmonica teacher, body movement coach. He went all in, which kind of seems to be his MO, even off camera with fun. He surprised fans recently in Greenwich Village where they were holding a look-alike contest. You guys might remember that. It sparked a viral moment. And he had so much fun with that. He actually threatened to send one of those lookalikes to the interview if he was too tired. But thankfully he didn't. A Complete Unknown, of course, will be in theaters on Christmas Day. And it's, I have to tell you, it is really, really spectacular.
Oh, that's great to hear. He's
really
such a nice young man.
He really is. One of our favorites here at GMA. All right, thank you for that, Deb. Appreciate that.